Hey guys, Goddess Intuition here. Hope they're doing well. Happy Self Love Sunday. So this would be considered a part 2. So in the first video, I just kind of went over how people will try to poke the bear, so to speak, when it comes to you, your spiritual gifts, and who you are as a spiritual being. And if you're interested, you can check that out right here on Instagram. So let's get into the second video. Now, when it comes to having spiritual gifts, when it comes to you just learning more about yourself, it's going to trigger some people. And I find that quite interesting because it's like, aren't you happy that I'm able to discover more about myself, or that I have the willpower to want to discover more about myself? Because it's such a liberating feeling, and it's magical when you are able to actually love who you are and understand your own energies, right? And I find it so interesting because I've just been coming across so many different movies explaining this to like detail, how people with spiritual gifts are often perceived as the troublemakers, or they're seen as dangerous, right? And it's like, how are you perceiving someone who is actually trying to better themselves? And by way of them bettering themselves, they're able to tap in different realms of themselves, right? And most of the time, people who feel this way are often the dangerous ones themselves. They don't want you to learn more. They don't want you to grow more because it doesn't benefit them, right? People like you when you're not at your happiest stages of life. People like you more when you're not a threat. And I find that so interesting. Like, wow, this is the type of world that we live in. It is so crazy. And it's the norm, right? It's the norm. And for a lot of spiritualists, they struggle to stay connected with themselves, right? In one particular movie, it's called Doctor Sleep, and it's the sequel to The Shining that came out. Do some research and you'll see. And the young boy who had the spiritual gift, he ended up, getting older and just sort of struggling with life and how to deal, because in one case, he was trying to run from himself and like he had to just face who he was. And then in the next, he had to like literally